Alright. Hi. Hi, everyone. That's a pretty gender neutral term. Happy International Women's Day. By the way, that's when I'm filming this. And I'm sorry I'm not wearing red, I'm wearing blue, but whatever. The, the following video will be an analysis of UB for me using some of the concept outlines in the book Crip Theory by Robert McElhenney. I think you see I'm wrong on that. But for those of you who don't know, a quick outline of the plot of You Be Fairly. A young stockbroker gets hit by a motorcycle on his way to work and becomes a C4. I think it's a C4, C5 content. Please check if it's on his content. Please check is watching. Feel free to correct me, but I think it's C4, C5. His whole life changes, of course. But then we meet Lisa, who is a waitress in a small cafe that is closing down due to economic downturn. So she has to find a new job. Lisa is very eccentric and kind of, I don't want to say ditzy, but I'll say overly perky. So she tries all these different jobs and eventually goes to work for Will Tranmere, who is the quadriplegic. In the beginning, Will acts like a jerk, but he begins to open up, and Lisa tries to get him to go places and has trouble finding places that will accommodate Will. But by the end of the movie, spoiler alert, Lisa finds out that Will is waiting to get into an assisted suicide clinic in Switzerland and decides to try to take Will on a holiday to change his mind about dying. Throughout this movie, Will and Lisa slowly fall in love. No surprise there. But in the end, huge spoiler alert, Will dies. Now this movie applies several of MacArthur's theories proposed in his introduction. one, that all disabilities are caused and are temporary in most films. Example, car crash, broken leg. You don't see often disabilities caused by birth. It's always out of tragedy. And also, you see people with disabilities being used to further enable by character. For example, in You Be For Me, Will teaches Louisa to what the marketers of this film like to call live boldly, which basically means get out of her small town and do stuff. And at the end of the film, Will leads Louisa money and his will to go live the proper life he thinks she deserves. And also another stereotype shown in this film is disability is that can't be quote unquote cured or a death sentence, which isn't true. This is seen in several films throughout history, $1 Million Baby being one of them. Don't get me started on that. I haven't seen that film actually, so I can't say much. But if You Be For Me, Will's desire to commit suicide directly stems from his disability. And that is one of the most infuriating things for me to see in this movie. Because as a person with a disability who has tried and wanted to commit suicide, it never directly stems from me being disabled. Even if I could change the way I am, I wouldn't. Because disability is an identity. And MacArthur states that in his book again and again and again. Disability is much an identity as being black, white, or Asian. But that to You For Me. We're getting into my opinion now, which my opinion is this movie sausage should not be shown, but let me tell you why. Assisted suicide is legal in several states in the United States, but there is a process that patients have to go through, and it's expensive, and in the end, they get the And second of all, so this movie romanticizes not only disability, but mental illness. Within the movie, there's no mention of Will getting therapy, psychiatric treatment, antidepressant, which I'm not afraid to admit I couldn't function without right now. There's no mention of preventative treatment, such as support groups and all that. There's just suicide is the first and last choice, which is unrealistic. And I get that it's a movie, and I get that there's dramatic license at play. But what people, and in this case, the general white, cis, able-bodied population, and at large, the whole able-bodied population in general, don't get is this is often the only narrative of people with disabilities that someone may see. And I got this film banned on my college campus. It's still available at the library, but they did not show it in a movie theater because I told the administration that I did not want my peers viewing someone like me that way. And if you want to know more about UB for me, I suggest you Google it. There's really good writings by disabled writers. And also another point is that a caregiver would never date their patient while they're working with them. That is a huge no-no in the human service industry, and it's a huge trope in media and literature. Like, that's the only person we could date is the people who wipe our butts. But that's a whole nother video. So, bye.